So today we're going to make a traditional Greek stew, and it's called it has several different Greek names. And so we call it Fasolakia, which means string beans. You can also call it yachni. And then there's a couple other ones, but it's basically a vegetable stew, but the main ingredient is your string beans. And we're gonna make it no oil and vegan. So I'm gonna walk you through the ingredients. So the first thing, of course, you're gonna need are string beans. String beans here. And I got these from the farmer's market, and they are just beautiful. And you wanna cut the little heads off. And so because these are still babies, they don't have the stringiness. So you just cut that off, put it in there. So you're gonna need about 3 or 4 pounds of that, of the string beans. Then you're gonna need about 5 carrots. We put a lot of carrots in ours. Zucchini, which is gonna go in at the end. I haven't cut it yet because I wanna cut it right before I put it in. You're gonna need potatoes, as many as you want. We may add more potatoes. Then you're gonna need 1 onion, roughly chopped. It does not have to be big or little. A little bit of parsley, a little bit of garlic. For your herbs, you're gonna need 1 bay leaf, pepper, oregano, and of course your tomato. And I just use 1 pack of chopped tomatoes, POMI, and water. So we're gonna walk over to my stove and we'll get started. So because I'm not using oil, this is the pan, I'm turning it on. And we're gonna let it get hot, and then we're gonna add some water to that. Okay, so this is hot, and I'm gonna add a little bit of water on the bottom, and that's gonna be my oil. So that's what you want it to hear, and that's what you want it to look like. And the first thing we're gonna add is our onion and our garlic. And then I'm going to add my bay leaf. Mix it all around. You can just smell the bay leaf. It smells so good. And then just slowly add water so it doesn't stick. And I'm going to cook these for about 2 minutes. I'm cooking for about 2 minutes. I'm going to add a big handful of oregano in there. And on top of that, I'm going to add my string beans. Now I'm going to add about half a cup of water. And I'm going to cover it for about 5 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes, and I'm going to mix everything up. So basically what you're doing is you're steaming your beans. That way when you put everything else in, it's like take a while. You're not eating raw beans. Just mixing. You can see there's water down there. No sticking. Nothing sticking. So I'm going to cover it up for another maybe 5 minutes, and then we'll get started. Okay, so it's been another 5 minutes, and I'm just going to mix everything in. And see, no sticking. And just mix it up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my other ingredients. I'm going to add my potatoes that I've chopped into big bite-sized pieces, and my carrots. Ooh, it's hot. And then I'm going to add my tomato sauce on top. And usually what I do is I'll fill this with water. Fill it with water, and then I just pour it on top. And you can make this as soupy as you want. We kind of like our soupy because I make my bread and it blends in well. So add a little bit more water, and then I'm going to mix everything in. before I mix it, I'm going to add my parsley. In there. And our pepper. I'm going to add the pepper. This meal, like I was telling my husband earlier, makes so much food with so little effort. So this is 2 days of food for us, 2 dinners. And then I'm going to mix everything together and let it cook. Okay, I'm going to cover it and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay, so we're going to check on everything. And everything looks great. Now this whole time we've had the heat on high, and we're going to actually lower it to a medium. And we're going to let it cook covered for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to add at the end our zucchini. So I'm going to cover it again. We'll be back in 20 more minutes. And as you can see, it's boiling. And now I'm going to add my zucchini. The reason why we put the zucchini in last is because it cooks really fast. And you don't, there we go. If you put it in last, then it'll be perfect when it's done. You don't want it mushy. So we're going to give everything a nice stir. You can see the potatoes are cooked. Everything's cooked. So we're going to let this cook for about another 10 minutes. And then it's done. Okay. So it is ready. I'm going to turn my heat off. And you can tell the potatoes just melt like butter. And the carrots are soft. And everything is cooked. So I'm just going to cover it and let it sit for about another 10 minutes. And then we're going to serve it. Okay, so I plated it and it is perfect. Just the way we like it. And made 2 big loaves of fresh bread this morning. And it's perfect. Delicious meal.